Hi, welcome to Gavin Gammy. Uh, as you might be able to tell, I don't know, you might not be able to, I've started organizing my craft room. It's been something I've wanted to do ever since I moved all my stuff back in here. One episode I talked about a blanket my late husband had made. That's this right here. Look, you can't hardly see, there's black in there, makes it look like a stained glass. I've got it covering my Addy, which was back there. I've totally rearranged this side of the room to make it more user friendly. I plan on doing the rest, but because of some of my disabilities, I just can't do much at a time. I had to do a little bit and rest. This took me all day just to do this little bit right here. And in this drawer up here, that one or that one, I put all that yarn from, I believe it was Wool Warehouse. Might have been Hobian. Well, I put a bunch of yarn in there. And I still got to do all this back here. It looks worse than what it was because I had to move a lot of stuff to get that done. Well, anyway, I'll still work on it. That's one of my goals for this year, is to make my room more user-friendly and to get it organized. Now for what I've been working on, I'll show you my finished objects first. One of my goals was to get rid of some of my homespun, so I made a Mobius cowl. I still got a lot more to get rid of, but I got that goal started. I made one of my half double crochet beanies. I finally got the Jacob's ladder hat made. I'm not too crazy about the way it closes. It's just too quick, so it leaves all these bumps. It flattens out on your head, but I still don't like that. I think I'll rewrite the pattern and make it my own and fix up the decreases here. I also had to do less stitches around because her pattern was going to be too big on my head. I made, with my illusions, that's just Mainstays gray, but with my illusions that I just got, I made a granny square hat. This stuff is harder to work with than what I thought it would be, but I did manage to get it done. And then I saw in the Llama Mama group for Yarn Bingo, there was this one lady mentioned this smells like yarn. His name is Ross, and he had a pattern for a knitted hat. And I went and I looked at it, and he had for all different weights of yarn, so I may start using that. The only thing I changed on it is he had a knit 3 purl 2 border, and I changed it to a knit 2 purl 2, and I really like that. It knitted up because this part here is stockinette. It knitted up really quickly, so I made, if I knit any charity hats, multiples of them, I'll probably use that pattern. And then I made another Katniss hat in the Mainstays gray to where you could see the stitches a little bit better. And I didn't put a elastic in there. This is the way the pattern was actually written to be made. That's all my finished objects, and I've still got stuff on the go. I'm still working on my still working on my sock hat. That's how far I've gotten since the last time I podcast about it. I don't work on that a lot because of it being so small. It's kind of tough on my hands. And then I was at Ollie's looking for a dog bed, and they had this yarn on sale. It's Love Metallic, and this is such a pretty gray. Well, anyway, it looks like a silver, and I just fell in love with it. So there was 2 skeins of this left. They had a bunch of red and black and white, but I didn't want any of those colors. I wanted that, and I started knitting a hat with it. Let me pull out my needles a little bit so I don't lose it. It's just a simple 2x2 rib, but look at those sparkles. This is going to my younger daughter. She asked for that because I was wearing a black 2x2 rib hat, and I told her about that yarn. She says, I want that hat and that yarn. So that's what that's for. And then I'm still working on my pie shawl. It's getting pretty long, and I'm enjoying this yarn. It knits a whole lot easier than it crochets. So I don't think I've got a marker. No, I was about halfway. I was about down here, and I knitted up to there. And then I decided with some of my scrap yarn, I wanted to make some twiddle muffs. And what those are is for Alzheimer's patients. They just like to twiddle with stuff. So I made a couple. Where did it go? I just had one on my lap here a second ago. Well, I got one completed, and I don't see it. But this is one I got started. This right here was the bead neck. It's got little beads on it. And then this is some Simply Soft. And I made little popcorns. Oh, and I made one of those to go on it so they'd have something to play with. And then up here I've got a different kind of one. And on the inside, when I come to the end of a row, instead of weaving in the end, I left about that much, and I chained it so they'd have something to mess with on the inside. So you can see I just got all these little bits of yarn just chained, all the ends, so there's something to play with on the inside. I plan on putting a pocket over this part right here. I crocheted a granny square, and that's going to go right there. I still got some more to crochet on that. I wish I hadn't dropped that one because I really wanted to show you. Well, it just disappeared. I had it sitting on my lap here a second ago. I don't know where it went, but it was really cool. I had some eyelash yarn, eyelash yarn, and I combined it with a really thin black. So I got a strip out that big, and it's real fuzzy, and I just figured that'd be something fun to feel. Have mercy. A bunch of this video is just going to be me looking around for stuff. Oh well, I guess I'll have to show it to you next time. I was hoping to show it to you this time, but I guess I will. Anyway, I just been enjoying myself, and in my birthday haul of yarn, I ordered some more yarn. This is from Lady Furniko Creations. She's one of the ladies from the Pin, Hook, and Needles podcast I talk about sometimes. She hand dyes yarn, so I didn't want to leave her out when I had a little bit of stimulus money, so I ordered some yarn. Oh, I love her. She give me chocolates. I just love that lady to death. Now, I don't know if she'll have these back in stock in her shop. Oh, little owl sticker. She loves owls. She don't have any owl bags though. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is roasted chestnuts. And with my light kind of shining on it, it's shades of brown. And this is sock weight yarn. But this is beautiful, roasted chestnuts. And here's another owl sticker. Let's see if that'll stick up there. Yep. Now I believe this one is Professor Plum. I believe. Now, I may be mistaken. Yeah, this is sparkle based. You see all them sparkles? And it is shades of purple. It's Professor Plum Deluxe. It's 231 yards, 100 grams. It's a superwash merino and nylon blend. Oh, I love that. And I believe this is I thought one of these was DK. Double knit. Yep, this one's sock and this one's double knit. Oh, I'm gonna make me something beautiful. I'm not sure who this will go to, but it'll have to go to somebody special because it's merino. There's her tag. Check out her Etsy shop if you want some good yarn. She does a wonderful job, and she's got some interesting colors and some interesting color names in her shop. So this isn't the first time I bought something from her, and it certainly won't be the last. Oh, excuse me. Now this yarn is a little more expensive than most of the yarn that I bought. Those two hanks, I believe they're called hanks. 3 hanks I bought. They were on the expensive side because they're the hand-dyed type yarn. And her prices are, although they're on the expensive side, if you're comparing it with acrylic yarn, but for the type of the type of fiber it is, they're really reasonably priced. And like I said, she's a good Christian lady, and I love to support Christians when I get the chance. Although I don't get to support many people for lack of budget. But with the stimulus coming in, it being my birthday, I did splurge on myself, and thinking if there's anything else. Still looking for that one thing I did. Now this right here is my ball winder. It's just a cheap Michaels ball winder. See if you can see it. You can barely see it there. It's just a cheap Michaels ball winder. And this was that's to hold thread on, but my husband hooked those two to this and made this board so I can just sit it on my lap and wind it up. And this, I made this years ago. I don't know if you remember it. I crocheted a checkerboard, and these are little pink and purple hearts to use as checkers. That's going to the lady who runs the organization that distributes the charity work. She runs the food bank and all kinds of other stuff are under her umbrella. But I'm going to give that to her to give to her granddaughter for Valentine's Day, because I just thought that'd be cute. Oh, I'm not going to find it. Oh, darn. Anyway, I guess I'll have to show it next time. This one here, I'm making it so that a guy could use it if you want to, and the other one, excuse me, is mostly a girl. It's got a little bit of gray, some purple, and pink in it. So I'll share that. And I'm also working on my organizing my scraps. I want to put a bunch of them in this bag so I can hang it up there and admire it. And I got a bunch of little ones too. Here's my two. Those are sock weight. Sit right there for right now. But this one, Jane from Scraptastic Yarn talked about keeping little balls. I've got some little balls. I like to hook those together to make a magic. See, I got some that aren't hardly anything. They don't even make a ball. It's just little bits. But I've been for the bigger ones, I use the wall winder. But for the smaller scraps, I use a PV pipe with a lid on it. I stick the yarn end down in there, put that on it, and then I kind of hold it to the side, and I just turn it and wind, turn and wind to get these teeny tiny balls. And it works really good too. In fact, I kind of prefer doing that over the there's some cords in my way. I can't get my chair over enough. It's still not moving. I'll fix it later. I hate getting old. You just keep forgetting what you're saying. I don't think I've got any more yarn coming. That was the last of it. I know I bought some gloves that are supposed to be good for your arthritis because my hand's been hurting so bad. I don't know how long it'll take to get those. I'm not looking for them anytime soon. But for back in Christmas, I ordered some double pointed needles, and they're in the U.S., so hopefully they'll be here on or even before the 19th of this month, which is when they're scheduled to be here. So I'm excited about that. Look at my llama. That's fa la la la. I'm hoping to have. I've got a sheep. I don't know if you can see it or not from here. No, but over there in the back is I've got a sheep. I call her Lammy Pie, and I'd like to put her up there when I come across her. I still got a whole lot to get through, but I'll eventually get there. Something fell. Anyway, I hope you guys are staying safe, and I hope you're staying inspired with your knitting and crocheting, and I'll say hello to my two new subscribers. One of them is somebody I know and who's special to my heart. I love you, girlie. Mwah. Y'all be safe and stay inspired. Bye-bye.